I'm doing it because I'm using some new lighting and experimenting with some new look because I'd like to grow the YouTube thing. So thank you for helping me with that. Rub your hands together. The universal sign of yum or something good is coming your way. It also warms your hands, doesn't it? Fast, fast, fast. Good. And cup your eyes with your hands for 10 seconds. You can push a little bit. Ancient yoga meditational technique. Look into well, it's not exactly darkness, is it? There's something there. There's energy, there's movement, it's something, it's not nothing. Good. Relax your hands down, inhale up. And you know me, we'll chant Om 6 to 11 times somewhere. Arms out, up your back. Poof. Hands on your knees. Chant Om with me. Extend it out without force and without competition, but extend out to exercise our lungs. Big inhale. Oh. You guys sound great. Drop your chin, take your head around happily 8 times. Relax your shoulders. I'm reading the wonderful book. I've read many books on breath, and I'm a yoga teacher of blah, 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 but there's a new book called Breathe by James Nestor. Really remarkable latest scientific information on the dynamic and the power of breathing. I mean, brand new understandings. 7, 8, other way. Just while you're turning your head around, I'll say a couple things. Exhale is parasympathetic, which means it associates with the fight or flight response. It associates with fear. And it's a long story, but the longer you can hold your exhale, the more you can accommodate and assimilate feelings of fear or anxiety or that fight or flight feeling. And it turns it into confidence and calm. 7 and 8. Relax your head down for 10 seconds, eyes closed, feel your feels. Pay attention to exhalation. Smooth it out, lengthen it if you can. It increases the body's ability to assimilate and integrate CO2, carbon dioxide, obviously the gas that we exhale. And as we get more used to that feeling in our body, we perceive the world differently. Okay, now let's do another Om, and we'll just do a extension of the exhale as best you can. Run your own race. It's not a competition. Don't strain. Big inhale. Oh. Inhale. Regular exhale. Feel the relaxation spread through your body, the presence. Feel the feel good spread through your body as a wave. I'm serious about that. I'm serious about feeling not serious and wonderful. You know me. Okay, shoulders. 1, 2, 3. I've been doing breath work my whole life, and I've discovered some new teachers, some new strategies, some new systems, and really, really enjoying it. I'm really understanding the dynamic of breath work more deeply than I ever have. And that's as it should be. As teachers and students together, we should always be learning something new and gaining new insights. Other way with your shoulders, polish your knees. Five, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Okay, now 4 more poofs, arms up. By the way, in almost every practice we do now, there's the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse: push-ups, sit-ups, planks, and splits. And it doesn't mean you have to be worried about it. It just means those 4 pillars are in every practice. I think they're the 4 pillars: push-ups, sit-ups, planks, and the splits. It can all be done yin style if you like. Arms forward. Take your hands, lay them on the floor in front. Drop your chin, close your eyes. You can go left and right a little bit if you like it. I can't get the heels of my hands down. I never could. And we all had that friend when we were kids who could bend their wrist all the way back. And that person now has rheumatoid arthritis from overuse syndrome, but it's good to just be a regular human. Side, side. Good. Now lean into both at the same time. Drop your chin, close your eyes, and feel your exhalation more than your inhalation, just as a practice. We think breath is just in and out, and it's certainly that, but it's a trillion times more. There are factors, variables. I'll start including, in a gentle way without overdoing it, I'll just include some nice ideas on breath work, and as we continue to practice online together. Good, sufficient. Okay, arms up. Arms out. Good, now go halfway up your back. Put the back of your wrists in your armpits. Drop your chin and try to touch your elbows together. I cannot. If you can, just laugh at everybody who can't. Get some popcorn and giggle at people. This is really good stimulation of the lymph nodes and lymph pressure points in the armpits. So we're multitasking like we always do. Good, and come out. And a day is not a day without 8 of these bad boys. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's interesting about the way we're doing the splits now, of course we do some warm up, but I'm not doing really long targeted sequences to get into the splits. It's like at some point, it's like, just do the splits as best you can. And it's really good to wake up the nervous system. Flippy flops. Cup your hands at your heart, drop your chin, feel your hands, head, and heart vibrate together for 8 seconds. Be a calm and peaceful soul. What a nice turnout of friends tonight. It sure is good to see you. Delighted to have you in this continuing, ongoing Zoom world that we're occupying. By the way, I'll be putting all my classes and meditations on this YouTube channel, and I'll give you a link for it. That way it's available for you anytime that you want to have a class or a meditation or a talk or something like that. Inhale up. Boy, the learning curve to learn how to YouTube. Arms forward. Pull in, scrape. Can I just be done with learning curves, please? I don't want to learn anything. I just want to live on my old, stale, stagnant understanding. Really, I don't. So it's frustrating sometimes, the technology. Go forward, all the lighting, all the mics, all the switchers, all the stuff. Go around, go back, get your happy on. Good, and then prayer hands and Paschimottanasana. I know it's early in the practice. It's my least favorite pose, but I'm just going to do what I can. Now bring your chest up. Try this new thing. We're going to inhale and exhale 3 times strong. On the final inhale, we're going to hold our breath and we're going to come down with our breath held and don't force. And then I'll tell you when to exhale and let's see if it helps us go a little deeper. No strain. Okay, 3 deep breaths. Inhale and hold. Come forward. Exhale. No force, just use the power of presence and intelligence to now deepen. Pull your toes in. Really a deep forward fold at the start of a Greg class. What the hell is going on around here? I want to evolve, you guys. I want to grow. Inhale, come up, beautiful yogis. You know what's a beautiful counter pose for that forward fold? Is a back bend. Lift up. Get strong together. We're stronger together. Heels out, toes in. Lift your bum. Now look forward. How you doing? Now bring your booty just above the floor and just kind of rock back and forth. Just whatever size rock works for you. Exhale. Inhale, bottoms up. Cheers for rears. Lift up. Firm, firm your elbows. I get choked up just saying it. Seems like my voice should have changed by now. Lift up. And stay up. And come on down. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Who used to say that? Lawrence Welk. Do you remember when the only show on Saturday night was Lawrence Welk? Am I aging myself or what? With the bubbles going by? Did you like that show? And come on down, kids. Walk your bum around a little. Spread your hands open. Love Boat and Lawrence Welk. Oh my God. Now come up on your fingertips and pay attention to your shoulder blades and widen them out. Bend your elbows down while you're up on your fingertips. Breathe. Now flatten your palms and pull your hands up into dorsiflexion and continue down. Use exhalation to go deeper if you are going to go deeper. Just relax your hands now. Relax them. Inhale, look forward at your exceedingly bright future. Take it from me. Exhale, come on down. I was talking to God earlier today, and she said, the topic of you came up, and she said, great good is coming your way. Inhale, come up, yogis. That's good news, isn't it? All right, now, yoga fists for strong wrists, and plunge your undercarriage up, make your bottom your top, stretch your chest. And descension. And switch it around. The weird feeling way. Are we creatures of habit or what? Pull back on your yada yadas. These new lights I have, they cast a shadow. I will go on YouTube and figure out how to solve that. Big wide open hands. You can learn anything on YouTube. Seriously. So cool. There's no excuse not to know anything anymore. Come on down. You used to have to go to a library. Can you believe it? Now I want you to kind of side to side a little bit. You tuck your shirt in a little tight and you're going to stretch the side seam of your body and it feels kind of euphoric, and relax your hair. If your hair is anything like mine, it's been taking a beating lately. So my hairstylist, she had another baby and it's been way too long for me. And I kind of got my hair cut at like a Supercuts or something. And that was the biggest mistake of my life. So I'm basically going to get all my hair cut off here pretty soon. Inhale, come up. That's why they call it Supercuts. All right. Discount haircuts, you get what you pay for. Now, buns up, kids. Oh, lift up. Exhilaration, elevation, revelation, and elevation are associated. And come on down. Good. This way of crossing my legs, I just don't like it. So I'm going to go back to regular way. You can choose what you like. If you like a stronger cross, feel free. Okay, now we're going to chant Om again. We're going to do that exercise of extending the exhalation. It's not a competition. You're on your own. Chant so loud that you don't hear me. That's what I would think would be cool. Biggest inhale you got. Inhale. Release it. 3 regular breaths. We're well on our way. On your own during the day, take your iPhone or whatever and time one of your exhalations. The average human can exhale to about 20 or 30 seconds. See if you can start to learn to extend it to 40 or 50 or 60 or maybe even a minute and a half. Some people can do that. It's not a competition, but that feeling of exhaling for a long time, at the end, it's kind of scary. It feels like we're being smothered or claustrophobic. And as we learn to accommodate that feeling, we change deep wiring in our brain. Trust me. Inhale up. I wouldn't lie to you. Not about that. Exhale out. Well, that was encouraging. Okay, stretch your legs out. Inhale and drop your palms. Now I want you to push your butt down into the floor and push your ceiling up with your hands. And I want you to bend your knees. So you, I swear, if you bend your knees 2 inches, you'll lean forward 3 more inches because now your hamstrings are relaxed. So lean more forward, arms up, knuckles on your head, knuckleheads. So now in sequence, I want you to inhale. Now on exhale, push your palms up and push your knees down and stay with this extreme upright posture. Splay your toes, pull your little baby toes in, touch your inner ankle bones together, and make grooves in the floor with the underseam of your legs. Relax your shoulder blades down your back. So this is a good, strong, no messing around Dandasana. This is not, hey, let's just mail it in as a boring segue to the next movement. You're strong. Now I'm going to come push you over. I'm going to come kick you. Just kidding. But you are immovable. You're rooted. You're strong. You're grounded. You're stable. Right? Exactly. Good. Now show me the biggest hands and feet that you got. This is where the elite meet to show off their big hands and feet. Pause behind you. Get out of the way, blanket. Okay, now, three options: legs out, toes on the floor. You can just lift your chest if you can't lift your upper body. Exhale. And bottoms up. Strong yogis. Do what you can and do it for as long as you can. Push your toes down. Great all body strengthener. It'll serve us for a whole life. And sink down on your back. Legs up. Legs out. Ankle spins. 1, 2, strong ones. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Point your toes like the ballerinas that you are, or ballerinos. Good. Lift up your head. And let's get at least one of our sets of sit-ups out of the way. So these are just spread leg crunches. 3, 4, 5, 6. It's almost bathing suit season in the Southern Hemisphere, you guys. Got to get my girlish figure back. 6, 7, 8. Let's go to Australia together. 10. I don't think you can get in, and grab your bars and lift up. Push your heels out. Get strong with me. Bend your knees. Squeeze them in together. Take your knees around counterclockwise 4 times. 3, 4. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Widen your knees so we can see each other, and roll up and stick the dismount. Pray with your hands and feet. This is where the elite meet to pray with their hands and feet. Now, thank God my new MacBook Air M1 Pro or Air is so light that we can do boat pose and I can hold on to my computer at the same time. That seems, I think I'll check my stocks. So grab your big toes. And now 3 exciting options. Stay here, be a good cat, carriage pose, bend your knees and pull them back as far as you can. Relax your shoulders, and then V for victory, legs out. So I'm going to give you know me, I'm an options trader. I give you tons of options for every movement. That way everybody can play and everybody can do the yoga thing. I think yoga is becoming far too exclusive. The cover of yoga magazines has gymnasts and professional models doing weird things, and that's yoga, really? Good. Now squeeze your legs together like Helga and bring your spine straight up and down. Whoa, I lost my balance. Good. Bring your feet pies in. And I need to back up a little bit in honor of the distance to the camera. Now, right now, my feet are cold, so I'm going to warm up the bottoms of them with some little massage. I think I told you last week my feet were the laughing stock of the yoga retreat that I went on because they were turning blue and black because I've been sitting in ice baths and my toes were dying. But they've made a good comeback. They're pink and rosy now. I'll tell you, when I find new things, I'm an extreme person and I will push it to the limit. I like that about myself. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Pump your knees. What does kill you makes it stronger, like the saber tooth or whatever. So it's the first law of thermodynamics, isn't it? Life force is always going somewhere. Good. Then straighten your arms, drop your chin. Okay, and then this one that I hadn't been doing for about 5 years, where the knees come in and you pull your heels in. I'd gotten sick of this movement because I couldn't do it anymore. But now I'm a little skinnier, so I like it again. I wrap and I re-wrap like a Tupperware container. Also, this gives you a lot of the benefits of squatting, and currently I'm not doing squatting movements, so this works. Grab your feet. By the way, if you love squatting and you miss all the squats that I used to do, just in any moment, just throw in some squats into your practice. I think that's entirely valid. All of you, I know everybody on this call, you've all been doing yoga long enough to qualify for what my teacher calls freestyle. You can always do a movement. You can adjust or modify or improvise a movement of your own. Freestyle is the ability to do the yoga you need in any given moment. Okay, 5 more seconds here with the good squeeze. Squeezing poses are the best. They detoxify and build heat in the belly. Good, now release that. Okay, now just hold on as tight as you can. My knees separate, so I'm trying real hard to squeeze them together. Good, now put your hands behind you. Keep your feet exactly where they are. Keep your heels down. Lift up as high as you can with your heels down. Now look forward and keeping your feet together, stand up on your tippy toes and your bum goes 5 inches higher, chest 2, look forward. Now try to keep your bum high, but push your heels down and have a seat. Left ankle out, right over the top. Fold your shin in under, unless it doesn't. Grind your toes, grind your fingers, they're called, into your toes all the way in. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. Now here's one of the smartest, most intelligent moves I've ever invented. Squeeze your fingers with your right toes, splay your left toes open, and make one hand praying at your heart. Drop your chin, close your eyes, squeeze and splay like crazy. One side squeezes, the right side. One set of toes opens, the left side. That's yin and yang in the body, and you are the center. Eyes are closed, and just be present. No thinking. Good luck on that. But if you start thinking, just remember to think, I should stop thinking now. Good. And get your hand out of there. Up you go. And arms out. Now set your hands down. Normally I use mirror language, but do take your real left arm out now. Signal a left turn. Curve the little finger side of your hand. Bury the hatchet in your chest. Okay symbol with your right hand. Curve it around. Makes a nice little tent at your heart. Drop your chin. This is heart mudra. Curve your shoulders forward. Make ujjayi breathing, the throaty, whispery, sexy seashell aspirant sound at the back of your throat. We're just humans being right now. There's nothing we need. There's no agenda right now other than to be. The very shape of your body in this pose is a prayer. Okay, we're going to chant an Om and extend it out. Big inhale. Inhale. Exhale, release your arms, inhale up. I start to get a little panicky at the end of a long exhalation, but I'm finding it really good for my nervous system. It gets us into our limbic brain, the deep reptile brain, that kind of yikes feeling. And that's the programming is open and we can write new programs into our software, side to side. Good, now arms down. And let's learn this fun thing. Put one forearm on top of the other, slap the bottom of your triceps with your hands like that. See that? Now bring this up and dive your head underneath. And then you got the elephant ears, right? This is good to know. Now hands down, swim forward, grab your right wrist with your left hand, obviously. Inhale. Exhale. And can you get your head on the floor? Are your hips open enough for that? No bouncing. If you come further forward, time it with your exhalation. You'll get way more bang for your buck. I think after that, we'll get our push-ups out of the way. We'll just throw them in and shake up our nervous systems. Move your head around, relax your noggin. All this thinking, what good is it? And come up, yogis. Release. Exhale out. Okay, now stretch your right leg out. Janu Sirsasana. I have a hard time saying that. Pull your left heel in as far as it goes. This knee doesn't want to bend, so I can't pull the heel all the way in to my loins. Pull back on your right hip. Now we're going to do that. Three strong inhale and exhales. Then we'll inhale. We'll hold the breath. We'll come down and make adjustments in our body while we're holding the breath, getting alignment good. And then we'll exhale and we'll see, Greg is an old dog trying to learn new tricks. Okay, so come up, inhale three times, and inhale and exhale. Inhale and hold. Come over. Keep the breath held. Make little corrections. Level your shoulders. Get your inner ankle bones level, toes straight. Still holding, still holding. Exhale. Come on down. I think I've gained, I don't want to exaggerate, maybe 20% more range of motion since I've started that. By the way, I'm not an old dog. I'm just a kind of a medium age, happy, kind of mature dog kind of thing. Remember when being 64 years old, was like, oh, well, that's just dead. You're just a goner at that point. No, you're stronger than ever. Most of you are way younger than that. Stay here. It's getting gooder, isn't it? Inhale. Exhale. Come down and face your face. Face the experience. Send peace ambassadors to the strain and the struggle. Can't make peace in the outside world till we make it in the inside world. Inhale, come up, beautiful yogis. Very nice. Extend your pins out. Boy, that knee just does not like folding. Everybody's working on something, right? Raise your hand if you're working on something in your body. There's some, I can't raise my arm. Okay, now, I think your left ankle goes over the top if memory serves. Frequently it doesn't. Right ankle folds under. Good, now let's grind our fingers precipitously into our toe digits. Get them all the way in. Boy, my feet are a weird color. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now squeeze your left toes like a person who's really squeezing. Splay your right toes open like a cat with Twinkie toes. One hand prayer with your left hand. Drop your chin, close your eyes, squeeze and splay, and be the middle of the sine wave, be the middle of the oscilloscope, be the line that is smooth and even in the midst of the yin and the yang of life. We love our yang, we love our yin, but there's something unmoving inside of us that never varies. And when you find that, it's called the pearl of great price. Then you enjoy all the fluctuations of living, all of them. All of them. Good. And take your hands out. Now take your thumbnails underneath your big toe knuckle and dig in until you kind of go, wow, I want you to get some of that feeling, okay? Dig in. If somebody does it to you, ever had a good foot massage and you're like, so if you can consciously find that feeling and then deliver calm and recognitions of peace, you'll change your brain at any age. Hold steady pressure. Now, big inhale. We'll do one of those extended ohms. Inhale. Keep going. Oh, beautiful. Inhale up, getting stronger, yogis. We're about as strong as our breath and our lungs. Arms out. Now put your left forearm on top, elbows up. Work them side to side. Good. Now arms down. Now put your hands underneath. Okay, slap the bottom of your arms with your knuckles and then bring them up to here. Dive your head underneath and then make elephant ears. Kids love this. Do this for kids. They will giggle hysterically. Some adults will too. And bring your arms down. Now swim toward me. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. And how are we with getting our head down to the floor? It's called floor shadowing. And you're covering up the center of your body. So this is a protective clamshell type pose. Relax your shoulders. Relax the flesh of your forehead. All is well. Everything's unfolding perfectly according to the plan. Of course, we don't know the plan, but it's there. Thank God it's not our own personal plan. It would be so small, so small. Inhale, come up, Jokes. Stretch your left leg out for Janu. Janu means knee. Pull the heel in as far as it goes until it runs into something. Pull back on your hip flesh. 3 breaths. We'll do a hold. We'll come down. We'll do adjustments to get alignment. We'll exhale and we'll go deeper than we've ever gone. Inhale and hold. Come down with hold. Do your adjustments. Square your shoulders, level your hips. Relax your hair. Keep holding. Exhale, go deeper. You can breathe now. It's pretty nice of me. You can breathe. Inhale, look out toward your foot. Exhale. Face yourself. Make friends with the sensation. People who can fold forward deeply, they have an innate capacity. They've just developed the ability to go deeper into sensations that stop most humans. And I think it's definitely character building. I don't think there's any doubt about it. Of course, people with a deep forward fold, they would wholeheartedly agree. Inhale, come up, yokes. Good job. All right. Stretch your legs out again. And after a forward fold, we'll counterpose with cheers for rears, bottoms up. Getting strong tonight, going through all of our joints. All right, and come on down. Now, I'm not going to save the push-ups till the end. I'm just going to do a set. You can do them on your knees. Nobody's counting but you. Push-ups will tell you right where you're at. Good, and believe it or not, one down dog tonight, one downest doggus. Take your time, use it as recovery from the horrible push-ups. Everybody's okay. Try to get your heels down, bend your knees. Good, all fours. Now, flips your hands around backwards, externally rotating, not internally rotating. Fold your toes under. My toes don't fold. It's so sad. And then bring your bum back to your heels with your toes folded under and your ankles bent. You'll feel it. I think I went too long in my life without moving my toes, probably from about the age of 30 to 45, and they just kind of petrified and solidified, but the rest of me is frisky. Okay, come up out of that. Bring your hands forward, you guys. We're getting strong. Now give me a good cat. I know many of you have cats, so emulate your cat. Buns up, stretch your chest. We'll be here for 22 seconds, so you can close your eyes and experience your experience. No wonder cats are so strong and flexible and happy. They do this every day after they nap 17 times. Good. Come up and out. Hey, let's get that hideous plank out of the way. What do you say? It's almost Planksgiving anyway. So now remember, with plank, you can just have your elbows down and your knees down and lift your tum and your bum. I'm not here to hurt anybody or freak anybody out with some of the little bit more rigor that I'm offering, but I just want you to be strong and healthy. So on your elbows, we'll go for a minute. Let me get my Apple Watch. I've got a special app that times a minute. It cost me $4. Be quiet, Siri. And start. Das Plank. I'm going to say plank in 17 languages. Das Plank. That's German for plank. Los Planqueros. That's Spanish. Planck. That's French. Plank ski is Russian. Ugh. La 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 la. Ugh. 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. You can come down, but you can stay up for bonus seconds if you want. I didn't think so. And come on down now. Stretch your arms out as far as you can. Crawl your hands forward till your armpits tear. Walk your feet pies back as far as they go. Bring your hands into prayer way out in front of you. Bring your ankles into ankle prayer behind you. And if you're tight in your neck, rest on your forehead. If you're medium, just rest on your face. And if you have a lot of neck extension, slide your chin out and rest on your lack of Adam's apple or the real thing, depending. Push your armpits down, push your hands and ankles together. This is posed as both active and passive at the same time. Now, biggest inhale you got, kitty cats. On exhale, swim your arms back, press into your pelvis and lift up into skateboarding on your pelvis. This is Superman, Superwoman pose. Don't turn your head like me. Don't do this. Lift up. I shouldn't have done that. Lift your legs up, lace your hands behind your back, pull your wrists in together, and slide your hands down your butt crack. Drop your chin, lift your legs, pull your shoulder blades together, lift. So good for you. And rest on your left ear. Let your arms go, flop. Be dead for a second. You'll resurrect in a moment. Good. On your right ear now. Drool if you want. It's your house. Good, kids. Now, elevation sensation, and let's sit together again. What do you say? Oh, I left my timer going. We would have been in plank for 3 minutes and 40 seconds. That's a long time. I like to watch the kids on YouTube do planks, and 4 or 5 minutes seems to be about the serious thing. You can hydrate after that real quick. 6:59, you guys. We got 16 more minutes to do good stuff. Since it's the top of the hour, as they say in the news industry, we'll chant Om and extend the Om out. I like how it's making us feel. Big inhale. Om. You guys sound great tonight. Okay, now lean back. We need some twisty stuff. So right ankle over, right leg over the top. Put your foot underneath. Look how close I'm getting, you guys. Isn't that amazing? I'm not much, but I'm all I think about. Now slide in as far as you can with your knees and your ankles crossed. And then lift up as high as you can get. Lift up. Stretch your hip flexors and your tensor fascia latae, your piriformis. Good, yogis, and sink down. Beautiful. Now, I'm slightly going at an angle. I do have a blanket. I'm going to put a little bit underneath my neck. You might want to too. You might need it. Lift up and grab as high as you can. And ideally, this is done with the knees and the ankles crossed. But if you can just cross your knees, this is sufficient. Let your groins and hip flexors soften and deepen into your body. Shoulders are relaxed. Yogis, now continuing to hold on to your knees, just squish your nose into your knee as hard as you can. Squish, squish. Now keep your nose squished on your knees and let go of your knees. Can you still squeeze your nose on your knee? Yeah, good. Good now. 10 crunches, 10, touching your nose when you come up without using your hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Re-grab your knees, squeeze like crazy. Good, now rest your head down. Take your knees to your left for big twisty twist, over to the left. Knees and ankles crossed. This is why we had the blanket underneath our head, because when you twist this strongly, your spine gets shorter, and I don't want your heads floating in space, except for metaphorically. Now, right arm up, and the really bendies can bring the right shoulder blade all the way down to the floor with the knees tucked tight. But we're running our own race. This is squeezing our breath, making us stronger. This is such a good pose here for letting that exhale continue all the way to the end. You realize we haven't done the splits yet, but try not to think about that.
There's nowhere to go but up.
Well, sometimes I'm talking in class and Siri thinks I'm talking to her. Big inhale, staying in the pose. Exhale, deepen, deepen, deepen. Wednesday endorphin releasing class. Good, now bring your knees back up, please. Uncross, take your legs up high. And widen out to full side splits. Now, if there are any family members at home, just ask somebody to grab one leg and somebody to grab the other leg and just push them down to the floor. It's called drumstick pose. Okay, squeeze your legs back together. Good job. All right. Now, well, let's roll up again. Boop, roll up. Hello. All right. All righty then. And now left thigh all the way over. I swear, kids, this foot, oh, that's so close. So close. Now slide in and bottoms up. Cheers. Prost. Lift up. Toast. You're the host with the most toast. Lift up. Way up. Oh, some of you doing it with your knees and ankles crossed. I'm so proud of you. Don't think I'm not inspired by you guys. And sink on down. Okay, keep the knees and the ankles crossed. You should put a blanket underneath your head. It's going to make the twist so much better. You'll be able to twist, but you won't have to shout. Now pull your knees in, grab uppermost knee, and rest your head down. And squeeze yourself like a tube of toothpaste that is nearing its completion. Okay. Some people are really, head is down for this one. Rest your head down. This will cut the groins in more deeply. And paradoxically, your lower back actually lifts and your bum drops. and your chin drops too. And we squeeze. Squeeze is a new word. We squeeze like crazy. Good. Now put your nose on your knee and your knee on your nose. Squish your nose like a pug dog. Squish like crazy. Good. Now arms out and 10 crunches. 1, touching your nose to your knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay up, stay up, stay up. Grab your knee, rest your head down. Exhale fully. Now take your right hand and sweep your knees all the way down to the left, using the blanket just right underneath your head so you can be strongly twisted and relax at the same time. Left arm up, and only the most flexible critters are going to open all the way out to the left. So if your arm is hanging in space and a bone is sticking out, you could just bend your left elbow and put your left hand on your hip. Now you want as little blanket underneath your right ear as possible, but is enough to make sure that your neck is supported. If you're exceedingly flexible, your head is already on the floor and you can actually roll your face over to the left, but that only happens when the head, neck, and shoulders are fully relaxed, okay? Then 4 or 5 glorious breathings here. Explore those exhalations that are transformational. They'll turn us into calm and confident souls. Almost all modern humans suffer from some anxiety or stress disorder of some sort. You can't be a modern human and not have it, but we can begin to modulate, adjust, and learn our breathing and how to turn anxiety into confidence and calm. That's where I'm going with my practice. Stick with me and we'll go to the promised land together. Biggest inhale you got. Biggest outhale you got. All right, now bring your knees back up. Oh, geez. Legs up, kids. And spread them one more time, full splits. This is the side splits before the front back splits. So you guys are doing fantastic. After we do the front back splits, and we don't have to take very much time at all, then I'll do a nice juicy yin restorative pose for completion. Now push out through your heels like you're pushing your Samson or whichever creature pushed the pillars down. Can't remember who. And squeeze your legs back together. And sit up, yokes. Good. So my teacher has me on the 30-day splits challenge. And so here's what I recommend. Don't overdo it, but I use blocks and I'm on a carpet, so my legs will, so I just bring my right foot out and I just kind of go back and forth a couple of times. The use of the blocks moderates how much sensation. So I'm just waking up my, my pants and stuff. I can do the splits. It's the pants that can't, I think. And then I lift up, so I have all my weight in my arms, and then I face the music, okay? Do I like it? Kind of, yeah. It's an acquired taste. And my teacher, I can hear him yelling at me, get your butt down, Greg, get your butt down. It's like, I'm trying, dude. Lean back if you can. Boy, does this pose get you in the present moment like nothing else. You can't think about your mortgage or your ex or anything. You just got to do this. And bring that guy in if it's still attached. Stretch lefty out. You can go back and forth a couple of times. This is more merciful than this new guy I'm studying with. It's just like, do it, slide out, go. All right, now you can slide out a little. Everybody's being wise and prudent and sensible and practical and pragmatic and other P words. All right, I'd like to take an inhale and hold. Exhale. And then it just seems like I run into the edge of my range of motion and nothing's really happening, but something is definitely happening. Just because we can't see it doesn't mean stuff ain't happening. All right, and then bring that leg back in now that it's detached. This is how yogis and Buddhists practice detachment. They rip their legs off. I'm just kidding, you guys. Okay, now that that'll stimulate your lungs, and we'll chant Om, and then we'll do a beautiful restorative pose together. What do you say? Yeah, perfect timing. Okay, 2 regular breaths to restore oxygen. Okay, biggest inhale you got. On exhale, clear your mind, clear your mind. Enjoy the brilliance underlying thinking. It's always there. Thinking occludes it. Okay, and then I promised you something that feels good. It's the least I can do. So I'm gonna do waterfall shavasana. That's something underneath my knees. And then I'm going to roll up a little manicotti tube for underneath my ankles. And then I'm going to have something underneath my head. And I'm going to put something underneath my heart. So this is the one where you have all these ripples. So knees and ankles and heart and head are over something. And that way your body melts into the gap. Make the thing underneath your heart not too extreme. And if you get it right underneath your bra strap, your arms will extend out to the sides in this version. Sandbag works great. And then I got a little something underneath my noggin. And boy, am I ready for this. So we yinned, we yonged, we worked, we relaxed, we chanted, we groaned, we moaned, we cried, we loved, we appreciated. And now you are going to assimilate and integrate all this beauty into your nervous system. And the good news is you don't have to do nothing. Relax your mouth. I'm going to come by and massage your cheeks for you. Relax your mouth. And the pose starts now. 5 beautiful minutes of absorbing like a sponge in the ocean that's been squeezed pretty good. Relax, let go. That great spiritual concept, surrender, surrender to win. Good. Now, relaxing even more, I've got an invitation for you. I'm going to send you an invitation, and the invitation is for you to invite the universe in, God, love, source, being, infinite, almighty, Buddha, Jesus, present, science. Just invite in source into you. Make existence a cooperative affair if you want, but you have to invite. Saying is something as simple as, I invite you in, dear universe. Come in, guide me, inspire me, love me, heal me. Wiggle your fingers and toes and circulate that fresh insurgence of life force. Translate life force into love, joy, bliss, peace, ecstasy. Love, joy, peace, bliss, ecstasy. Good. Draw your knees in and curl into prayer capsule on your right side. And you know what I say, love all over yourself. Have a deep romance between you and your higher self, your higher power. The I-thou relationship, it's the greatest of all romances. It can grow stronger and more vital and more real and more visceral. It never ends. It always expands, unlike human relationships. And then we'll sit up with our eyes closed, please. Now, would you indulge me, please, with a final Om? You don't have to strain or struggle, just a smooth Om. This will integrate the whole practice deep into our psyches and will reap the benefits of this practice for years and years. Big inhale. Hands in prayer, head bows. Thanks to that glorious higher power who brings us together. All together we say, Namaste. Thanks, you guys. That was super fun. I love Wednesday practice with my